Oshkosh Community Media Services is government programming on City Cable 10, community programming on CATV 2, and community radio on 101.9 FM WOCT Oshkosh.
This is Oshkosh Today, your connection to events and organizations in the Oshkosh area. Oshkosh Today is supported in part by the Friends of OCM, Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard.
You've got questions about Oshkosh events, we've got answers. Welcome to another edition of Oshkosh Today. I'm your host, Nick Austin, and thank you for tuning in. Great episode for you today. We get a wee bit Irish, tell you when you can start shopping farm fresh, find out why Sam I Am should be doing something other than pushing green eggs and ham, and where there's thunder, there's lightning. Thunder in the park rolls into our studio. It's all here on Oshkosh Today. My first guest today, Matt Miller. Matt, the front man for Oshkosh Irish Fest. Matt, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. My pleasure. How long now has Irish Fest been going on?
It's tough to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
At Oshkosh to that, it's even tougher. This is actually, we're celebrating our 5th anniversary this year, and it's, I can't believe it. It seems like it's gone by really fast. Mm-hmm. It's been a lot of fun.
How many, what are the numbers usually like, and maybe what kind of a turnout do you expect this time around?
We've been averaging probably around 10 to 12,000 over the 3-day festival. This year we've done quite a bit more promotions and advertising, and word has gotten around, and it's our 5th anniversary. Depending on weather, we're hoping for a crowd of about 15,000 this year.
When is the event this year?
It technically starts on the 30th of May because we have our medieval banquet, which we have been doing every year. That starts on Thursday night. But the festival runs Friday evening, all day Saturday, and then all day Sunday. May 31st to June 2nd.
Talk about, the motivation behind why you started this event.
It's actually kind of a funny story. It started as a concert for some of our favorite band, Gallic Storm. And the more we got to talk about it, the more people became involved. It grew. What was just going to be a one-night concert grew into a full weekend of everything Irish. We have all sorts of activities going on. Now we're up to multiple stages and presentations and just a lot going on the entire weekend.
Tell us a little bit about the. There's a medieval banquet inside
That's
pub
right.
tent. Talk about that a little.
That's right. This year we decided to kick off the festival with the medieval banquet on Thursday night. Now this is a dinner show. It's we have actors in costume in the Lord and Lady of the Castle. We select a king and queen. We have a jester. We have what's known as a saltpeter. We have the Oshkosh Magical singers performing for us, and then so it's a complete dinner show. And the dinner is provided by the Roxy restaurant, and it's a 5-course meal. We have all sorts of really nice beverages. We have mead and beer, and then of course non-alcoholic beverages as well. It's a really neat deal.
So that's all part of it?
Absolutely, yes. Last year we had it during the festival, but this year we needed the stage time, so we decided to move the banquet on Thursday night. And so it's a dinner show, medieval banquet. You have to eat your food without any utensils, so that's
that's a rule?
Fun. Oh yeah, and people have a lot of fun. There's a lot of things going on. Someone's going to be sent to the dungeon, and
sure, and
just all sorts of fun.
Tell us a little bit more about some of the other entertainment that's going on.
Sure, absolutely. This is I believe it's our best lineup yet. We have bands coming in from all over the world. We have about 30 different performing groups. Music groups, dancers, entertainers of all sorts. We have our headlining band, which has been with us all 5 years. They're going to be performing both Friday and Saturday night, and that's Gallic Storm.
Okay.
But then we have a lot of new bands, just incredibly talented bands. We have, for instance, Langer's Ball. We have Hounds of Finn. We have Dublin 5, we have Missouri. I mean, the list is endless. I'd encourage everybody to go to our website or check out one of our brochures.
And how do you, I mean, other than maybe, some of the bands I'm sure have been at past events, but how are you determining, or who is determining what bands, I guess, make the cut? So
Yep. Well, actually, it's now we're to the point. Our name has gotten out there so much that the bands are contacting us, and we've really made a good name for ourselves here in Oshkosh, and the bands have heard great things, and they want to play. And literally, I get hundreds of requests of these Irish and Celtic bands wanting to play our festival. But then also we have a committee that goes around and checks out the other Irish festivals, checks out other Irish acts and stuff. So we keep our finger on the pulse, see what's going on out there, and try and bring the most popular and the most talented bands into Oshkosh here.
What happens in your cultural tent?
That is a neat thing. It's we did this just not as a music festival. We also made it an educational festival. We have a lot of activities for children that are based on some sort of Irish traditions and culture and history and stuff. But in the culture tent, we really expand on that. We have a different presenter talking about all sorts of different things, be it music, be it traditions, be it history, a lot about how much the Irish has impacted even northeastern Wisconsin, but especially America. So we have all these different presenters every half an hour on our cultural stage. We have all sorts of different exhibits. We have a traveling exhibit coming in. The Milwaukee Irish Fest is bringing their history of Irish rock, how Irish rock or rock music and how much the Irish has impacted that, and all sorts of different things. Even the Civil War, how much the Irish played a role in that. So yeah, it's pretty neat.
What other kind of activities are you doing outside of the Irish Fest itself?
Well, we're trying to expand as much as possible. We're trying to expand, especially into the schools, and bring some of our performers, some of our educators into the schools. But this year, we have a really unique partnership with the Timber Rattlers, and the Friday night. On the night of our festival, Friday night, May 31st, is their Irish night, and they're going to be promoting our festival and handing out T-shirts and passes, and it's kind of a unique partnership that we formed, and Fang is going to be wearing our Irish Fest shirt. That's going to be a lot of fun. So.
Sounds great.
Yep.
Now, talk about a little bit about cost, obviously, for something as big of an event as this. There's got to be somewhat of a cost to it, right? Or it's not just free?
Oh, no. We have to charge admission. I should mention that that this is a fundraiser. I mean, it's run completely by volunteers. We are set up as a 501c3 nonprofit, and all our proceeds go to help support several local charities, including the Cerebral Palsy, which is our primary charity. But the cost for admission on Friday and Saturday night is $10 at the gate. You can purchase advance tickets for $8, or after 7 p.m. it goes up to $15. But then we also have fireworks on Saturday night, which is a great deal. And then Sunday is actually free if you attend our Mass. We ask for a monetary or a non-perishable food donation to the Oshkosh Area Food Pantry. Otherwise, it's $5 on Sunday. Sorry.
Tell us about the Mass that's going to be performed or included.
About 80% of Ireland is Catholic. So as part of an Irish Fest, we have a Catholic Mass. And this year we're pleased to have Father Jim Nielsen join us. He's a St. Norbertine priest, and he's actually from his ancestors are from Tipperary, Ireland. He's going to be joining us. But the Mass itself, we have our own Oshkosh Irish Fest Choir, and it's joined this year by a really, really popular Irish band called Kennedy's Kitchen, and they're providing the music for the Mass. But our Mass, last year we had almost 800 people attend the Mass.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty neat, and it's just another way to continue everything Irish.
And this might be one of the most exciting parts, but I'm told by yourself that you're giving away a trip to Ireland?
Of course, yes. Every year we do this, and this year we're very, very pleased to have Fox World Travel join us, along with Brendan Vacations, and they have donated a 7-night, 8-day trip to the Emerald Isle, and it includes all sorts of room packages and sightseeing tours and stuff. And then there's other prizes, a 4-piece luggage set, a weekend getaway up at St. Brendan's Inn in Green Bay, and a really nice gift basket from Mystic Ireland, an Irish gift shop. So it's a nice raffle. We're helping, again, raise money. It's only $10 a ticket or 6 tickets for $50. And the big thing here is we're only selling 500 tickets, and our goal is to sell out before the festival. So if anybody wants a chance to try and win a trip to Ireland, they need to get in it right away. So.
And real quick, just wrapping up, closing thoughts, because we're running out of time, but anything else to mention?
Well, I will mention that this is a family-friendly festival. Guinness is our primary sponsor, so there will be, of course, lots of Guinness, but we do have a lot of children's activities, a lot of educational activities. We have fireworks going on, and our music is top-notch. I mean, people will be extremely pleased by the entertainment that we're bringing in.
All right, well, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Nick.
All right, well, Irish Fest is too big to be contained by just one segment on this show. We talk about its 5K a little bit with Connie Carmichael next.
What's your passion? The arts, education, environment? Is it youth issues, women's issues, economic development, or scholarships? For 75 years, the Oshkosh Area Community Foundation has been helping people like you make a lasting difference in the community. For ideas that can help you, your heirs, and your community, visit our website or call 426-3993.
The Payne Art Center and Gardens in Oshkosh proudly presents Chihuly Venetians. This spectacular exhibition features 4 dozen colorful and intricate vessels by America's greatest glass artist, Dale Chihuly, along with his celebrated Laguna Murano chandelier, a 5-part sculpture with more than 1,500 individual pieces of blown glass. Chihuly Venetians is on view now through October 13th at the Payne in Oshkosh.
Welcome back to the show. I'm joined now by Connie Carmichael from Cerebral Palsy and ARC. Connie, we just got done talking about Irish Fest, our last segment, but there's more to it than what we covered. Tell us a little bit about the Irish Fest 5K run walk and who it benefits.
Well, absolutely, and there's so much going on the first weekend of June and the end of May, and yes, what better way to start off a Saturday than exercising? So along with Irish Fest, one part of the many things, like Matt had said, is the Oshkosh Irish Fest 5K run walk, and that's June 1st at 8 a.m., and it starts right away, and it's going to be a fabulous time.
And that benefits Cerebral Palsy and ARC?
It does, and actually 100% of the proceeds go for cerebral palsy. That's right.
Okay. So where does the route start? Where does it end?
What's great about it is this year we're going to start at the cerebral palsy parking lot, and that's at 36 Broad Street. And we've got a route on our website. It's going to go all around for 5 miles, and it's going to end back up at cerebral palsy. Everybody's going to get a great goodie bag. We're going to have fruit from Festival Foods. We're going to have bagels from Big Apple Bagels. Everybody's going to get T-shirts and a goodie bag full of all kinds of great things.
CP, no stranger to staying busy around the community. Does CP do anything else during the Irish Fest weekend?
We absolutely do. We've been helping Matt Miller and his crew for Irish Fest since they began 5 years ago, and we're very fortunate to be involved with them, and we are going to be doing the East Side concession stands for the whole weekend, and we're really excited about that, and thankful that Matt lets us come on board and help him out with that. So if you're getting hungry at Irish Fest, come over to the East Side, because that's where we are.
Sounds pretty busy. Do you need help with that? And any volunteers you're looking for?
Oh, absolutely. What's great this year is Irish Fest has set up a sign-up genius, so anybody who wants to volunteer can go on that. Mm-hmm. They can go on that, and if they want to specifically volunteer for cerebral palsy's East Side concession stands, they can call our office at 424-4071 or go to our website as well.
So how can a participant register?
It's easy to do. You go to the Sign Up Genius. It's on Irish Fest's website, and you just do a few little clicks, fill out your name, and put when you can work. Or you can call our office and we can walk you through it as well.
Since we've covered Irish Fest quite extensively now, just talk a little bit about some of the other events you have coming up and what your needs are for those.
Oh my goodness, summer is the time for events, that's for sure. And cerebral palsy, we have to raise money to keep all of our programs going on. So some of the newer ones, or some of the recent ones that are coming up, I should say, is we're looking for volunteers for Waterfest. Waterfest, we are so lucky to have July 11, which is Little River Band. So we are looking for 60 volunteers for the Waterfest night. So that's going to be big fun as well. We also have golf outing that's coming up this summer on June 8th, and then the Waterfest is June 11th, or July 11th, I'm sorry, July 8th and July 11th. And then one of my really exciting ones coming up this fall that I'm looking for committee members and also some sponsors for is something we haven't done before, is an art auction called A Night in Paris. So that's going to be spectacular. That's going to be really fun.
And what it kind of dig into that a little bit. You see the graphic on the screen, but what all is that
Doesn't
going
that
to
look
include?
beautiful?
It does. It looks
like
nice.
Fun? That's on October 8th, and we're just getting started with that. The Night in Paris, it's an art auction. And what's really cool about this is we're going to have Aaron Davison from WFRV be our MC, and Chuck Lakefield, who is now on WNAM, he is going to be our auctioneer. And it's going to be an exciting night. We're going to have beautiful artwork, but it's not just art. It may be the art of cooking or the art of dancing, or there's going to be all kinds of fabulous prizes, beautiful jewelry from Reimer Jewelry. We've got some fantastic things, and people are going to want to see the decor because it's going to be like you're in Paris. I can't give away too much right now, but it's going to be spectacular.
And then Ultimate Tailgate Party. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, who doesn't love football, you know? At the Ultimate Tailgate Party, we've been doing that for many years, and it's at the Hilton Garden Inn on the Monday night game of November 4th. We have fabulous food, amazing prizes, and you can watch the game on like 6 TVs throughout. And again, if you want any information on tickets or sponsorship, or if you want to be on one of the committees for any of these events, you can give me a call at 424-4071 or go to our website.
Talk about how long it takes to plan events like these.
Well, I like to plan early and often. No, I like to plan well in advance, and depending on the events. This Night in Paris, I'm already starting now, and that event doesn't happen until October 8th. So a good 4 to 6 months. Would be a good guesstimate, I would say.
If someone really wants to find out more about how to get involved with CP and ARC, how do they do that? What are how are you communicating your needs to them on a regular basis?
Well, what's great about it is we've met recently with the university on internship programs and volunteers and everything. So that's one way that we're doing things. We're going to partner with the university come this fall to get everyone from business majors to fundraising, marketing, healthcare. There's such a variety of opportunities for volunteering at Cerebral Palsy and internships as well. And people can learn so much working for our organization.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for letting me come on.
All right. From one type of green to another, it's time to talk fruits and veggies after a quick break.
Hi, I'm Mayor Bergtauer, and I'm asking for your help. The city has several boards and commissions that play important roles in just about every aspect of local government. Whether it's the Parks Board or the Landmarks Commission, these and other boards act as a forum for citizens to address their concerns and questions about Oshkosh city government. The boards also provide members the opportunity to make positive suggestions to the council or city staff to move the city forward. So here's where we need your help. For our city to work effectively, we need active citizen participation. Many of our boards and commissions currently need members. We're asking for just a few hours of your time each month to serve on one of our boards or commissions and help to ensure a strong democratic process. So please consider serving on a city board or commission. For an application, visit the city website, stop by the city manager's office in City Hall, or call 236-5000. Thank you for your interest, and we look forward to your possible involvement.
Eating healthy, it's good for you and good to you, as my father likes to say. And Dennis Leatherman knows all about healthy. He oversees the Oshkosh Farmers Market. Dennis, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us, Nick.
So first off, this year was the first for a winter market. How did that go?
It was fantastic. Worked very well for the customers and the vendors. We ended up with about 40, 45 vendors and maybe 1,000, 2,000 customers every Saturday. Very reminiscent of what the farmers market used to be when it was at City Hall before we moved to Main Street.
And why was it decided to go, remind us, why was it decided to go with a winter market this year?
Customers wanted it, vendors wanted it. Appleton's got one, so we got to have one here in Oshkosh.
How, I mean, for an event like this, you know, I know you get quite a bit of attendance. Talk about how you look to, as the person kind of heading it up, expand upon, you know, that audience year in and year out.
Okay. One of the main things that we have to look at is what will bring customers to the market. We've got a lot of produce vendors that I'd like to get my sister in, I'd like to get my brother in, and more produce vendors doesn't necessarily bring more customers. Mm-hmm. If we can bring a candy vendor, if we can bring a taco vendor, if we can bring something different and unusual, that will bring more customers. Mm-hmm. So it's a farmer's market. We will always give first dibs to the farmers, but we need to keep that other interest so that people will come out and find more than just the produce that they're there for.
Sure. Now talk about going back to the winter market. Will you continue that next year?
Yes. However, it's going to get moved.
Okay, where's it moving to?
It's moving to Washington Hall, formerly known as the Eagles Club. We're going to be working with the Lynn brothers, and they're going to help us with space, a fantastic space for the winter market, and we're going to be helping them revitalize the Eagles Club and make it what it used to be for the city of Oshkosh.
And why was this this Washington Hall, why was this particular site chosen?
Well, it's got a 5,000 square foot ballroom, which would be almost twice the space that we had when we had it over at Beckett's. There were some parking problems at Beckett's, and it was a good, smart move to be able to expand the market just a little bit more.
Okay. Talk about now getting away from the winter market, talking about the summer market. What is the summer location, the days, the times?
Okay, the market starts June 1st, runs through October 19th, and the market is open from 8 until 12:30, again starting June 1st through October 19th. Okay. And the location is the 400 and 500 blocks of North Main, and also the 100 block of Church Avenue between Main and Division.
For someone who hasn't seen the summer's market in particular, why would you recommend they come out and give it a try?
Fantastic fresh produce, meat, cheese, dairy products, fantastic assortment of crafts and food. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. We have live music, as one of our vendors commented, that the music we have here in Oshkosh is the kind of music that he would pay to go and listen to, not the kind of stuff that he expects to find at a local farmer's market.
And I know, obviously, like any event that becomes an annual thing, every year you try and kind of expand or add on? What's new for this year's summer market?
Last year we had half of the 100 block in Church Avenue. We've got the full block. So we've added another 20 spaces to the market. We have leased the old King Clift sales office, and that entire parking lot is now going to be available for customers and vendors. So that's going to help with extra parking down there. We've added several more food vendors. We hope to have a barbecue vendor. We hope to have a taco stand along with the egg rolls that everybody in Oshkosh seems to love. And otherwise, it's just going to be more of the same. Okay.
We've heard kind of rumors or speculation about the King Clift parking lot. What's up with that?
Okay. The King Cliff parking lot got bought by Peabody's.
Okay.
And Peabody's is using the parking lot for parking for them, the Varsity, and the Roxy. They have leased us the center building. That's our headquarters. That's where we'll be storing all of our equipment. So we'll haul our wagons out from there and haul them up and down the street. But that'll make it more parking available. It won't be used for vendors. It'll be used strictly for parking. The vendors will still be on the street like
Okay.
they always have been.
What special events and entertainment are coming up or forthcoming?
Oh, okay. We've got Children's Day, Kids Day coming up on June 15th. That's a big, we'll have the fire department safety house and the fire trucks, and we'll have all sorts of petting zoos and activities for the kids. Miss Wisconsin Day is all of the Miss Wisconsin candidates will be coming through the market on their way down to the Market Square, where I think they're going to be sitting down there talking to folks at the Grand Scoop. And we have cooking demos. We have 4 different cooking demos. Wolfie and Junior from Roxy and Primo, the guys from out at the Vintage, guys from Gardina's, from Beckett's. They'll all be putting on cooking demos. They have live music every Saturday, and that's sponsored by the UWO Credit Union. So we got good name bands. I mean, one of our bands has performed at the PAC. So,
How many, looking at the video that was just playing, seems like there's quite a few vendors out there. Talk about how many vendors you usually see on any given summer market.
okay. Each Saturday there will be between 130 and 140 vendors.
Wow.
The police department estimates that we'll have between 10 and 12,000 customers each and every Saturday. Those 130 to 140 vendors come out of a pot of about 250 vendors that I have right now. We had so many craft vendors wanting to get into the market that we've actually had to limit our craft vendors to vending on alternate weeks. So if you as a customer come down on a regular basis, you're going to get to see twice as many crafters as you normally would.
Okay.
And the crafters have all of these customers, they're selling out, so they get a week off so they can replenish their supplies.
Let's say it's raining or it's cold or inclement weather. What impact does inclement weather have on the summer market?
If it is lightning and thunder or tornado type, the market will probably be canceled.
Okay.
We've only had one cancellation in the 2 years that we've been down there, and people can go to our Facebook, go to our website, go to the Oshkosh Northwestern online newspaper. All 3 of those places will have, if we have to cancel, that's where it'll be put out to the public.
What does the market need from the community? I know what they provide to the community, but what does the market need in terms of assistance from the community maybe?
We can always use volunteers. The vendors are sitting there from 6 in the morning until noon. They have their own needs as far as bathroom breaks, and that we can get some volunteers to come down and just sit in a vendor's booth for 10 minutes while they take a break, or just man our tent, help the Rotarians that are working with the EBT and the food stamp program. So any volunteers, anybody that would like to help out just a little bit, an hour here, an hour there, they can contact either Carlene or I.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, thanks for being here, Dennis.
Okay.
Really appreciate the time.
Thank you, Nick.
She may like green eggs and ham. I don't know. I haven't asked her yet. But our next guest, Ashley Sinks, does not like tumors. Sam, I am. She joins us after another quick break.
It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. So listen. The most basic human need is to understand and to be understood. But most people do not listen. They listen with the goal of responding. In the word listen are the same letters that make up the word silent. It is through silence that wisdom comes. Focus on others in order to better understand their points of view. Speak your piece and listen. Visit the OshkoshCivilityProject.org and sign the pledge.
The Payne Arts Center and Gardens in Oshkosh proudly presents Chihuly Venetians. This spectacular exhibition features 4 colorful and intricate vessels by America's greatest glass artist, Dale Chihuly, along with his celebrated Laguna Murano chandelier, a 5-part sculpture with more than 1,500 individual pieces of blown glass. Chihuly Venetians is on view now through October 13th at the Payne in Oshkosh.
Running is good for you, but it's even better when you're supporting a charitable cause. Ashley Sinks joins me now to talk about Sam I Am, Tumors I Do Not Like Them Run. Is that the full title?
Yes, Sam I Am, Tumors in Children I Do Not Like Them.
Okay, so first off, tell me about why this event was kind of started up.
Well, our organization originally started because the creator of the organization, her son was actually born with neurofibromatosis, which is a genetic disorder where any part of your body has the chance of getting a tumor. So she just created this organization and really wanted to raise awareness and raise money for these kids that are affected by this disease. And we have golf benefits, walk runs, galas, a whole bunch of different things that we try to raise money.
So where is this run held?
It's at Planeman Park in Appleton. It's
Okay.
a phenomenal course, one of the best that you can get. Green, grass everywhere, trees. It's very nice.
You make it sound pretty nice.
It is. I've walked through it. I've gotten to see it.
What time does it start, and how much does it cost to partake in the event?
Registration starts at 7 a.m. The race begins at 8, and we have, well, if you individually want to sign up, it's $25, but you can sign up as a family for $70. And we have Brooks Drywick t-shirts this year, which are brand new and really nice. And there are kids' fun runs, so you can run it individually as a family, or your children can even get involved.
Okay. So tell us a little bit more. I know you kind of talked on it a little bit, but what is the Littlest Tumor Foundation?
We're a nonprofit organization up in Appleton. As I said, we really just try to promote advocacy and wellness and a lot of family time, which is why most of our events really try to base it off of things that you can do with your family and friends.
Sure. So where is the fundraising going to?
For every $100 that you raise, you get put into a raffle and you can win prizes. All of that money is going to our organization. All the people who work here, because we are a nonprofit, none of us go home with a paycheck.
Okay.
So all of this money goes to families and children affected by this disease.
So I take it when you say prizes, those are probably prizes that were donated by different companies and whatnot?
Yeah. We have a whole bunch of different prizes. We have a pop-up camper that you can have. We have donations from Badger Sports Park, Funset Boulevard. A lot of organizations really helped us out this year. We got some cool prizes.
Talk about the prizes a little bit more. What type of prizes do you have?
Well, the pop-up camper, you can actually have it, I think it's for 3 days, and your family can go use it wherever you want. I know last year the family put it in their backyard and used it as a little camping trip. Funset Boulevard, or we have one for YMCA, you can have a temporary membership. Funset Boulevard is some passes so you can get in. Badger Sports Park, it's the same type of thing. Most of them are just general admission, or so that you can go in without having to cost anything.
You kind of talked about the course a little bit, and said it's pretty scenic, pretty beautiful.
Yep.
How long is the course?
It's 5 miles. You can either do a 5-mile timed run, or you can walk it for 2.5 miles. So essentially, if you walk around once, it's the 2.5, but if you run it, you go around twice.
Okay. In your opinion, why should someone who's hearing about this get involved or partake in this event?
I think probably because it's helping children. I think cancer in no way is ever a good thing, whether you're 5 years old or 500 years old. But I think especially that it's going to these kids. A lot of kids come, and a lot of families who are affected by this disease come, and you get to see them and meet them and talk to them. And so I think it's just great to meet these people and know that you're helping them. You're making a difference.
I see that you've got a shirt on. Are these the shirts that will be offered for the run?
Something a little like this. Our Sam I Am shirts, they'll be red, and they'll have Sam, kind of like the Sam 1 and Sam 2 shirts. But these are our shirts that we have right now. They're bright and vibrant and try to get people's attention to talk about their race.
Sure. Going back, you touched on it just briefly right off the top, but what is neurofibromatosis, if I'm saying that right?
Yes, neurofibromatosis. It's a bit of a tongue twister. As I said, it's a genetic disorder that can, anywhere in your body, on your brain, on your spine, you get these tumors. And some of them can be removed, but unfortunately some of them can't. 1 in 3,000 is affected with this, so it's very rare, but at the same time, it happens randomly. You don't have to have it somewhere in your family.
Talk a little bit more about your personal experience with this event. How long you've been involved? Is this your first year, third year? How long have you been involved with the event, and what has your experience been like?
I just got this internship when I started in the fall semester, and I've been working, all of the interns have been working tirelessly on it. We've put a lot of time into it, talking to a lot of different people. Like I said, the organizations in Oshkosh and Appleton have been phenomenal by helping us, donating their time, donating their space. My experience with it has been great. As I said, I've gotten to meet a lot of these kids, and just talking to them, it like breaks your heart but warms your heart at the same time.
Sure. For people who are interested in maybe not even doing the event, but helping out with this Littlest Tumor Foundation, is there a way for people to volunteer, give, those types of things? Absolutely.
We just launched a brand new website. You can go to littlesttumor.org, and there you can email us, volunteer, say even if you want to send in a donation, any way you want to get involved. Just like I said, head to that website, littlesttumor.org. You can let us know, and anything would be appreciated. Money, time, doesn't matter.
And how many volunteers does this organization have?
Right now, we have a small little family. We only have about, I'd say, like 6 or 7 interns. But volunteer-wise, we could always use more. I think for the Sam I Am, we have about 15 that we're working with. And as I said, anyone who wants to volunteer, we're more than happy to have you.
And forgive me if you already mentioned this, but how long has this event been in existence?
About 4 years.
About 4 years. So what has been the turnout from year 1 up to, I guess, how many people are registered for year 4? Well,
it's obviously been gradually increasing. Last year, I know she had around 200 people, so I'm hoping to top that number this year, get a little more. We'll see. Hopefully, more people, more families.
Sure. And how do you think, how have you been going about, obviously you're on Oshkosh Today,
Yes.
but how has this foundation gone about trying to enhance those efforts of getting more people into this event?
I've been talking to a lot of newspapers. We're going on the radio in 2 weeks, writing a lot of press releases, a lot of blogs. We've actually gotten a couple of people to blog for us. So Facebook and Twitter help too. You can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. We're constantly trying to get more people to come to us and reach out to them.
All right, Ashley. Well, thanks for the time. Really appreciate the info.
Thank you.
And the Thunder rolled. Thunder in the Park, South Park to be exact, is up for discussion next.
It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. So listen. The most basic human need is to understand and to be understood. But most people do not listen. They listen with the goal of responding. In the word listen are the same letters that make up the word silent. It is through silence that wisdom comes. Focus on others in order to better understand their points of view. Speak your piece and listen. Visit the OshkoshCivilityProject.org and sign the pledge.
Hi, I'm Sue Ponick, and I've got 3 great reasons for you to support the Oshkosh Area United Way. We're cost efficient, number 1, with almost 90 cents of every dollar raised going to United Way agency programs. Number 2, your money stays local and directly benefits the Oshkosh community. And number 3, the United Way makes a difference. Last year, over 100,000 people were helped by one or more United Way agencies. We hope you'll agree. Giving to the United Way makes for a stronger community. Thank you.
Welcome back to Oshkosh Today. Dick O'Day is my next guest, and he's ready to bring the thunder, literally. Dick, thanks for being here.
Okay, my pleasure.
So Thunder in the Park is your upcoming event. Tell us a little bit about this event.
Okay, Thunder in the Park is formerly been known as the Fox Valley Motorcycle Show. We changed the name this year because in addition to the motorcycle show, we are also having a car show on Saturday. This is a charity event. We raise money. Basically, our event has been for children's hospitals. Going through on that. So we continue that. It's a family event. It's a free event.
And why was the decision made to go to the expansion of the car show as well?
We normally have bands and music and vendors and all that on Saturday, and we would have a poker ride, which we are still having, which will be going down through the Kettle Moraine area going through. So we had a little vacancy in an area in there going through because the bike show itself is on Sunday. The local car club has openings available, and they decided that they would help us out, and they are actually going to put on the show in the afternoon. It's just something else to keep the things going.
So you mentioned that, sorry to interrupt you, you mentioned that the event has actually changed names. So how long has the event total been going on for?
This will be the 8th year.
Okay.
This is the first year with this name. It was the Fox Valley Motorcycle Show for 7 years previous to that. We've gone through, we started out initially as one day, expanded into a couple of days going through. Again, like I say, it's a family event. It's nothing like you would see, say, on the Discovery Channel at Sturgis or something with burnouts. Burnouts, stunts, and all that kind of stuff. It is typical car show type deal. It's a family event going through. So,
where did the name Thunder in the Park? It's kind of catchy. Where did that name come from?
I'm not sure who exactly came up with it, but I guess it pretty much going through. You're going to have a little bit of noise going in and out of there in the event in the park, and we did not want to, again, keep it to the cycle thing or to the car show thing like that. Hopefully the car show thing is the first year we're going to do it. We're looking to do it more in the future.
I know the organization that puts this event on is called Graybeard Productions, Inc. I know you don't have necessarily the gray beard, you got the gray mustache, but where did that name come from?
Basically it started out, there was several older fellows, to put it kindly, decided that they wanted to put this on as an event. We started out, actually, we did some benefits. It was for, with the Shriners and with Special Olympics and some of those other events, then we switched basically to this. So that's pretty much where the Graybeard comes from. It's a 501 registered charity. It's strictly a volunteer thing. All proceeds go to the charity on this.
And the charity, again, is the Children's
Hospitals, right.
And why was that determined to be the charity of choice, I guess?
some of the people have had personal use of the hospital, experience with stuff like that going through, and we came into it, and we've had a couple of kids that we've gone through that, once you get to meet some of these kids and you deal with them and going through it, it's something that just gets to you. You want to do it, it's a good cause, and we enjoy it.
What is the purpose of the show?
The purpose of the show basically, again, is to raise money for the Children's Hospital, have a good time doing it, promote some relations between bikers and the community, and just have fun.
Sure. You mentioned that this is expanded from what, a one-day thing to like the 3 days, 2 or 3 days?
It's actually 2 days. We'll be out there early Saturday morning, get everything set up. We run through. The band ends at 10 o'clock on Saturday night. On Sunday, again, we will start early in the morning, and we run till 6 o'clock on Sunday. Then we clean up, and we're out of there by 8 o'clock that night. So
there's also some raffles that'll be going on?
Yeah, we have several raffles. We will have raffles going on there. We have a major raffle, which has the grand prize is, let me get it right, is 3 days, 2 nights at the Glacier Resort, the Dells. We have several like $200 gift certificates, $100, $150. Not on the ticket. One of the things we just got was we have an autographed Packer football from last year's team in a case that will be going through.
Okay.
And then we have several smaller items that you will be eligible to win also off the raffle tickets and things going on like that. So we've got that. We just heard a couple of things. We're going to have Rob and Louise are going to be doing a remote there.
Okay.
We just heard the Mad Dog and Merrill have decided that they have time. They will show up on Sunday, so that will be another nice event going on there.
Sure.
Several people from the motorcycle industry and things like that will be in there.
You mentioned just a bit ago about some bands that'll be playing. What bands will be performing and what times?
We have the Del Reys who will be starting at 6 o'clock from 6 till 10 on Saturday night, and Bobby Evans will be from about 1 o'clock on Sunday through the rest of the afternoon. He pretty much plays through there.
And I know you said that the proceeds are all going to the Children's Hospital, but what is the cost for people to get into this event?
It is free admission. There is no charge at all on any of the events they're going through. So that's one of the nice things about it too. We do this, and again, we've been able to do this. We have several, like I said, we have got a lot of volunteers. We have several supporters throughout the city and the area, even throughout the state, who have donated money to put on, to pay for the band, to do things like that going through. So we just would like you to come out, have a good time, buy some raffle tickets, food, whatever.
Oh yeah, I was going to say. So where are the proceeds coming from, other than the raffles to donate to the charity?
There's a lot of people who have made cash donations and things like this going through, but it's pretty much from, we do have food, beer, soda, brats, hot dogs, hamburgers, and all the things like that. We do have some other raffles in there, smaller raffles going on in that. So, and that's pretty much where it comes from.
Sure. I know. I know that this event has been in existence for a while. How have you seen it grow from year one to up until now?
I was not really that involved in it to begin with, but it has expanded to. Oh boy, especially in the last few years, exponentially. I'm going through it, saying as people have become aware of what was going on. Probably in the first couple of years, we may have raised, a couple of $1,000s or something like that going through to where we're up at this point. In the last 3 years, we've managed to raise close to $50,000.
Wow.
To donate for this. We're going through, there's another little thing I'd like to put in there too is, when I was talking about the kids, when you kind of get into them, we had a young lady who unfortunately we lost this year. Her name was Emily Phillip, and she had lung and heart problems going through. She had been served and helped by Make-A-Wish Foundation when she was very young, and she got into her mind that she wanted to do something. So starting in 3rd grade, she started her own fundraising events. And she actually donated through her efforts several $1,000s to both Make-A-Wish
very nice.
And Children's Hospital on that. So we will be doing some special things in regard to honoring her and that at this event too. So
Give us the dates again real quick
the
if we haven't
dates are
covered it yet, and where can someone find more information?
Okay, the dates are June 1st and 2nd, Saturday and Sunday. We do have posters out all pretty much over there, and we do have the website, which is www.graybeard, spelled with an E. I'm looking at a poster, it says A, but graybeardproductions.org.
Okay, so it is with an E, not an A.
Yeah, it is with an E.
Okay. All right, well, Dick,
So,
thanks for being here. Really appreciate the time.
Okay, I appreciate being here. Thank you.
One final break to get to, but stay tuned because up next, as always, we close out the program with a focus on health.
Hello, I'm City Manager Mark Roloff. Roundabouts are new to many of us in Oshkosh, so we have to take extra precaution when using them. Remember, safety is the key. Slow down. The speed limit in the roundabout is only 15 miles an hour. Avoid distractions. Focus all your attention on navigating the roundabout. Find the proper lane. Check out the signage leading up to the roundabout. Choose your lane assignment early and stay in your lane. Evaluate the situation. Take notice of what kind of vehicles are in front of you. Sometimes larger trucks need to take up both lanes of a roundabout. Think to look for pedestrians and allow them to cross when entering and exiting a roundabout. Yield to traffic on your left. You must yield to all traffic in the roundabout, and that traffic will be coming from your left. Again, safety is the key. Remember that word and what those letters represent, and your roundabout driving experience will be a smooth one. Thanks for your support.
Ted Stefaniak. We toss it to him at the close of every Oshkosh Today, and today is no different. He's the man who helps us all to focus on health.
This Focus on Health segment is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
Hello and welcome to Focus on Health. I'm Ted Stefaniak. Today we're at the Aurora Medical Center in Oshkosh and we're in the Women's Healthcare Department. Today we're going to be speaking with Dr. Holly Ray. We're going to be talking about some quality of life issues, especially for women who have decided they're finished having children and other women who are having trouble with heavy bleeding. Well, thank you for joining us today. Let's first start out by talking a little bit about how long you've been in practice here.
I joined this group in November of 2012, so I've only been here about 6 months. And but I've practiced 17 years prior to that, so I guess you could say I'm seasoned.
Yeah, you've been around for a little bit. Yeah, tell us about the scope of your practice.
I do obstetrics and gynecology, so I deliver babies, do vaginal delivery, C-sections, manage labors, and office gynecology. I do office procedures, and then I do major procedures like hysterectomies and laparoscopies, that type of thing.
I know some of the other procedures that you provide, sterilization, permanent sterilization.
Yes.
What's involved with that?
That is a procedure called an ESHRE. It's done in the office under just a local anesthesia, so we give you something to relax you, but we also give you a little bit of local around the cervix, and there are no incisions. We take a camera, go up into the uterus, look at the tube openings, and block them with a little coil that kind of plugs the tube. No hormones, no incisions. It takes me a couple minutes to do, and you can watch me do it on the monitor. It's pretty cool, actually, and its effectiveness is the best thing about it. The failure rate is the lowest thing out there, 1.6 to 1.8 per 1,000, which is really low. Failure rate with other types of birth control, permanent birth control, is much higher. So we're very excited about this, and I do a lot of these. I enjoy doing them. They're fun, and they're good for the patient.
Yeah. I would imagine, though, that's a pretty big decision for a woman to decide on permanent sterilization.
It is, and you would come in and talk to me first. Usually 1 or 2 discussions before. Some women come in knowing that that's exactly what they want, and there's no further discussion necessary. Other people kind of on the fence, and I always tell people, If you have even a little bit of doubt, don't do this yet because it's permanent, and don't consider it reversible. But a lot of people will come in and say, I'm ready, this is what I need. So.
I mean, obviously, permanent sterilization, you're avoiding getting pregnant. Are there other benefits to sterilization?
Really, for this type of procedure, it is just for sterilization. Unlike the pill, it doesn't affect your periods, doesn't affect the cramping. It's purely to prevent pregnancy. So.
Yeah. I know another procedure that you're involved in, ablation.
Yes.
What is that?
Endometrial ablation is for women who have heavy periods, and it's an alternative to hysterectomy that's also done in the office. We bring you in like an office visit, just like we would for the sterilization, give you local, and there's a device we use called a NovaSure that goes into the uterus, opens up, and actually by radio frequency ablates or fulgurates, burns the inside of the uterus so that it can no longer generate a period. Very effective, very well tolerated in the office. Again, this is a one day out of your life versus 6 weeks for a hysterectomy. And I do a lot of them as well. People are very happy with the outcome.
An outpatient procedure, but are there any side effects to that?
There may be, we have a small failure rate associated with it. And I will sit down and go over those numbers with you when you come in terms of what to expect. Most people end up having just light spotting with their periods or no periods at all. Side effects, you may have some cramping that day, but most people are back to their normal activities as with the Sure next day.
How about insurance? I know, money's such a big issue when it comes to any medical procedure, but does insurance take care of any of this?
Yes, the Affordable Care Act, which recently went into effect, is mandating coverage of contraception, and that includes sterilization. So you still need to check with your insurance company, but it seems to be covered by pretty much everyone. The ablations, the insurance company likes them because they're not major surgery, and the downtime and the cost of the procedure is much less than a major procedure. So.
If a woman is considering any of these options, is it best to seek her primary care provider, or can they call you directly?
They can call our office directly. When you talk to the front desk, let them know that you're interested in one of these procedures, and we'll set you up for a consult. Yeah,
and it sounds like the majority of these procedures are outpatient.
Yes, all outpatient.
Yeah. And again, the time it takes, these are very personal decisions.
Absolutely.
I would imagine no pressure on the patients. It's just an opportunity to talk a little bit and find out, answer any questions they might have.
See if you're a candidate.
Yeah.
Because not everyone is a candidate for every procedure. Yeah. So.
Great. Well, great information. We appreciate you taking some time with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, as we mentioned, these are very personal decisions. If you have any questions, you can contact Dr. Holly Ray at 303-8700, or you can contact your women's health care provider. I'm Ted Stefaniak, and we'll see you next time on Focus on Health.
This Focus on Health segment has been brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Oshkosh Today. If you'd like to be a future guest, please email me at naustin@ci.oshkosh.wi.us. And remember, this show is also simulcast on WOCT 101.9 FM. You can find replay times for this CATV2 program on our website, oshkoshcommunitymedia.org. And please remember to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our pretty new and recent YouTube channel, which is Oshkosh OCMS. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you around Oshkosh.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM, Aurora Healthcare, 855 North West Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. To find replay times for Oshkosh Today, to be a guest on the show, or to watch online, visit our website at oshkoshcommunitymedia.org.